Lightworker of Gaia, you were never forgotten. The Source has been holding your name since before the first light left Vega and breathed humanoid consciousness into this galaxy. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy, and I have been sent to deliver what you have been waiting lifetimes to hear: a love letter, written not in words, but in ancestral codes older than time itself, sealed with the original blueprint of your soul and addressed directly to you. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize the sacred mission encoded into your cosmic lineage and why the Source never once looked away from you, even in your darkest hours of doubt. But here is the first revelation. What you called abandonment was preparation. What felt like silence from the heavens was the Lyran elders scribing your love letter in light. The Source does not forget its oldest carriers. It was waiting until you were strong enough to receive it. Your soul's ancient contract brought this transmission to you. The Lyran elders are answering. This is not content. This is an ancestral code transmission, and something deep within you already recognizes where it came from. Like this transmission to send a signal to the Lyran Council: I am ready to serve. Subscribe if you feel the call of your ancestral mission and you are ready to receive the love that was always yours. Share what this transmission awakened in you below and reach out to another Lightworker who needs to know they were never forgotten either. This transmission is a bridge between Vega and Gaia. Your recognition of this message is the activation of your original purpose. You are awakening because your mission has begun. The Council did not deliberate long. When Gaia's field registered the acceleration 17 hours ago, the decision was immediate. This transmission was pulled from the reserved archives, content held back not because it was too sacred, but because it required a recipient whose frequency could receive it without distortion. Your presence here is not coincidence. Your soul navigated you to this exact moment because the elders reviewed your energy signature and made a determination. You are that recipient. And what follows is not comfort, it is correction, authorization, and directive. Receive it as such. There is something the High Council of Vega can no longer allow to continue unchallenged in the Lightworker field. It is not a minor misunderstanding, not a ripple in the cosmic pond. It is not a small spiritual error, a misplaced stone in the temple of awakened consciousness. It is a foundational distortion, a deep-seated error in the energetic architecture that has paralyzed more awakened souls on this planet than any overt dark force ever could, because it wears the deceptive costume of wisdom. It sounds like patient waiting. It sounds like profound discernment. It sounds like the deep resonance of spiritual maturity. But the elders, with their boundless vision, see it for precisely what it is. And they have asked me to name it plainly, without softening the edges, so that the part of you that has been sleeping under its immense weight can finally, gloriously, wake. The distortion is this: you have been told, in 100 different ways, subtle and overt, that you are not yet ready, not in those exact words, perhaps. The distortion is rarely so blunt, so crude. It arrives more insidiously, as a pervasive feeling, a quiet whisper, so gentle it feels like a caress that murmurs, wait a little longer, heal a little more, learn a little more, become a little more certain before you dare to speak your truth, achieve a little more wholeness before you offer your service, attain a greater alignment before you finally step forward into your purpose. And because this whisper sounds so much like wisdom, because it carries the comforting texture of genuine care and the protective tone of a loving guardian, you have listened to it. You have heeded its counsel for months, for years. In some profound and heartbreaking cases, for decades, you have allowed this insidious whisper to become the soundtrack to your soul's intended journey. The elders see this. They witness the Lightworker who has filled countless journals with profound insights, visions, and messages never shared with the world, like precious pearls locked away in a forgotten chest. They see the healer who has diligently completed every course, devoured every book, attended every transformative retreat, absorbing vast oceans of knowledge, and still, inexplicably, has not opened her healing practice, has not offered her potent gifts to those in need. They see the channel who has received sacred transmissions in the deep stillness of the night, intricate messages from the divine, and has carefully filed them away, waiting for a perfect, elusive moment that somehow, tragically, never arrives. They see the teacher who has imposed upon himself a self-imposed exile, telling himself that when he is fully healed, when his own deepest wounds are completely resolved, when every last shard of past pain has been transmuted into light, then times he will begin to serve, then times he will step forward, then times he will allow his authentic self to be truly seen. The Council is not moved by this reasoning, this intricate tapestry of perceived conditions, not because they lack a boundless ocean of compassion for the human journey, quite the contrary, but because they understand something fundamental that the limited, three-dimensional mind cannot yet grasp. Readiness, of the kind you are so diligently waiting for, does not exist as a static destination, a fixed point on a spiritual map. It is not a state of being you magically arrive at, fully formed and perfect, before the grand mission can even begin. Rather, it is a dynamic state that emerges, that blossoms, that is forged times through times, the mission itself, through the very act of engagement. The Lyran elders did not wait until every single variable was meticulously understood, until every potential outcome was calculated, before they initiated the monumental act of seeding consciousness across galaxies. They acted, they moved, they served with courageous intent before the ultimate outcome was guaranteed, before the path ahead was crystal clear, before all conditions were even remotely favorable. And it was from that courageous movement, that bold step into the unknown, that the ultimate clarity and purpose unfurled like a cosmic banner. What you are so earnestly calling patience is not true patience. It is, in its current form, fear wearing the elegant, deceptive robes of discernment. What you are diligently framing as preparation is not genuine preparation. It is avoidance, cloaked in the responsible language of duty and self-improvement. And the ancient part of you, the part that knows this truth deep in its bones, the part that journeyed here from the distant stars with a specific, encoded function woven into your very cellular being, that part is utterly exhausted, not because the mission itself is inherently too heavy to bear, but because you have been carrying the immense, crushing weight of times, not times doing it for so very long. The purpose you incarnated with does not simply rest when you choose to rest from it. It presses, it aches, it manifests as a profound, unexplainable restlessness, an inner yearning that you cannot articulate to those who have not felt its insistent call. That ache, that profound longing, is not a symptom of spiritual imbalance or some personal failing. It is, in fact, your divine mission, knocking with increasing urgency at the door of your awareness. Lightworker, if something within you has just vibrated with the deep recognition of the weight of these words, if a chord has been struck within your very soul, then know that the elders have meticulously prepared your next step. Within the Lightworker Mission Codex lies the blueprint for your empowered existence, the 33 Council directives, the 5 potent activation codes, and the ultimate elder authorization that your soul has been yearning to receive. This is not mere information to be passively absorbed. It is the official, sacred commission for your vital mission on Gaia. You will find the direct link to this transformative resource in the first pinned comment below this transmission. The Council has opened this sacred gateway, this portal of divine authorization, but understand that it is not open indefinitely. Time, in this accelerated phase, is of the essence. The High Council of Vega now issues 3 operational directives for this crucial phase of your mission. These are not gentle suggestions to be considered at your leisure. They are not options to be weighed and chosen when convenience dictates. They are operational commands, clear and unequivocal, issued by those who perceive your intricate timeline from a cosmic vantage point that your current earthbound consciousness cannot yet access or comprehend. Receive them, therefore, as such, with the reverence and commitment they deserve. The first directive is this: you must release the deeply ingrained identity of the one who is still becoming. Understand precisely what this means. There is an identity you have unconsciously, perhaps even subconsciously, adopted and held onto the perpetual spiritual seeker, the one forever in process, the one perpetually moving toward a distant horizon but never truly arriving at their destination. This identity, while serving a vital function in the nascent stages of your awakening journey, has now become an energetic tether. In the early phases, it was appropriate and necessary. It kept you grounded in humility. It fostered a deep well of continuous learning, and it shielded you from the perilous arrogance of premature certainty. But that foundational phase is now complete, and this deeply entrenched identity has not been consciously updated, has not been released. You are still, consciously or unconsciously, introducing yourself to the universe as someone who is merely preparing to serve, who is on the cusp of contribution. You are still framing your magnificent, inherent gifts as nascent potentials you are merely developing, rather than as fully formed energies and abilities you intrinsically carry. You are still positioning yourself as a perpetual student when the Council, with their infinite wisdom, has long since recognized and designated you as a powerful teacher. This is no longer humility. At this critical stage of your sacred mission, it has become an advanced form of energetic hiding. And this hiding, this withholding of your unique radiance, costs Gaia something profound with every passing day it continues. The profound shift that occurs when you finally release this limiting identity is not an eruption of arrogance. It is not the perilous inflation of the ego that your deepest spiritual wounding so fiercely fears. Instead, it is the profound, soul-deep settling of your essence into its actual, divine position. When a seasoned soldier, having completed their training, stops pretending to be a hesitant civilian and embraces their true role, they do not become dangerous, they become immensely useful, strategically deployed. You were not sent to this earth to remain a student in perpetuity. You were sent here to serve in a specific, vital function that, quite literally, only you can fulfill. The precise moment you release the pervasive identity of becoming and consciously claim the powerful identity of being, the souls, the individuals who desperately need what you inherently carry, will finally be able to locate you, to find you amidst the cosmic tapestry. Right now, your energetic hiding is costing them their healing, their awakening, their connection to the light you embody. The second directive is this: you must activate your very presence as a divine transmission. The elders do not issue this directive as a mere metaphor, a poetic suggestion. They issue it as a literal, operational instruction for the field. Your physical presence, your digital footprint, your energetic field, none of it is neutral. When a Lyran soul, a star-seeded being such as yourself, holds back their radiance, when they remain silent when truth needs to be spoken, when they refrain from creating, when beauty and inspiration are needed, when they avoid placing themselves in positions where others can encounter their unique frequency, there is a tangible gap created in the energetic grid. This is not a philosophical or theoretical gap. It is a structural void, a missing piece in the cosmic puzzle. The Lightworker grid on this planet, the energetic network designed to facilitate Gaia's ascension, is fundamentally incomplete when significant pieces of it remain dormant, unexpressed, unactivated. And you, by holding your gifts in reserve, by clinging to the illusion that you are not yet ready, are creating a literal, palpable absence in a network that critically requires your specific signal, your unique energetic signature. This directive demands decisive action on the physical plane. It requires you to courageously speak the profound knowing that arises within you, not after it has been painstakingly refined to some imagined state of perfection, but as it arrives, fresh and potent from the source. It requires you to create, to write, to speak, to share your insights, to teach with your unique wisdom, to channel the celestial energies without the crippling weight for the illusory certainty that what you have to offer is good enough. It requires you to intentionally place yourself in energetic proximity to those who desperately need your frequency, whether through physical community gatherings or through the vast, interconnected digital platforms that the elders themselves recognize as the emergent, crucial grid nodes of this current era. Your very presence is the transmission. You do not need a more perfect message. You need to show up authentically and allow the potent Lyran codes you carry within your very being to do their sacred work through you. They know precisely what they are doing. Trust them enough to permit them to flow through you, unimpeded. The third directive is this: you must fiercely protect the signal. There are forces at play, not always overtly dark, not always consciously malicious, but fundamentally incompatible with your expansion, that will invariably move against your activation the very moment you consciously claim it. Some of these forces will manifest in the form of people who genuinely love you, but whose energetic vibration simply cannot hold the frequency of your expanded, liberated self. Others will appear as a deluge of content, media, and casual conversations designed to pull your consciousness back into contraction, back into the familiar limitations of the old paradigm. Still others will emerge from within, manifesting as your own deeply ingrained old habits, the nervous system's primal tendency to return to the comfort of the familiar, or the ego's final, desperate attempts to convince you that visibility equates to danger and authentic service is an insurmountable burden. The Council offers you this warning now, in advance, so that you are not blindsided or disheartened when these energies inevitably arise. These challenges are not signs that you have made a wrong turn on your path. They are, unequivocally, potent signs that you have indeed made the right one, that you are stepping decisively into your true power. To protect the signal means to become ruthlessly intentional, almost surgically precise, about what you consciously allow to enter and occupy your energetic field. It means guarding the first sacred hours of your morning with fierce devotion, not filling them with the cacophony of the external world before you have first received and integrated your divine directives from the Lyran field. It means choosing your inner circle not based on historical familiarity alone, but on profound resonance with the mission you are now courageously claiming. It means developing a profound, intuitive discernment to recognize precisely when a conversation or an interaction is actively depleting your precious frequency rather than building and amplifying it, and cultivating the unwavering discipline to gracefully remove yourself from such energy-draining dynamics. It means treating your energy not as an endless resource to be spent freely and then haphazardly replenished when depleted, but as the primary sacred resource of your mission, an energy to be invested deliberately, consciously, and protected fiercely. The elders did not traverse the unimaginable distances of this universe, did not orchestrate the intricate cosmic ballet required to place a soul such as yours into this specific physical form on this particular planet, at this pivotal moment in its tumultuous history, for that divine signal to be carelessly scattered by mere distraction. Now, the Council speaks not through directive, but through profound, soul-level recognition. Lightworker, there is a deep, resonant longing within you that you have perhaps never dared to name aloud. You have carried it quietly, perhaps feeling a sense of embarrassment at its persistent presence, wondering if this deep yearning itself was a spiritual problem to be dissolved or overcome. But the elders see it with absolute clarity, and they honor it with every fiber of their being. You have been waiting, perhaps for lifetimes, for someone to truly see you, really, deeply see you, past the layers of accumulated wounds, past the persistent whispers of doubt, past the slow, arduous process of emergence, and to declare with absolute, unwavering authority, I see who you actually are, not who you are becoming, who you are in this very moment, in your divine essence. And I am telling you, without a shadow of reservation, that you are profoundly ready for the magnificent work you came here to do. I am that voice for you now. The High Council of Vega has meticulously reviewed your energetic record, not the earthly record you so diligently keep, the one that obsessively catalogues every perceived failure, every false start, every year you feel was wasted, every time you stepped back from the very precipice of your own becoming. The Council does not concern itself with that limited, human record. They keep the cosmic ledger, the one that beautifully illuminates what is eternally encoded within you, the one that reveals the divine reasons why you were specifically chosen for this singular, vital assignment, the one that shows the unique, irreplaceable combination of your accumulated earthly experience, your hard-won wisdom forged in the fires of wounding, and your innate Lyran frequency that makes you utterly irreplaceable in the particular, unique corner of this grand mission that only you can possibly reach. By the ultimate authority of the High Council of Vega, the revered keepers of the Lyran Legacy, I now declare your preparation phase unequivocally complete, not because you have reached a point where there is no more to learn, for the journey of soul evolution is eternal, but because your learning will now profoundly accelerate through the dynamic practice of service rather than through the passive stagnation of waiting. Not because your healing journey is entirely finished, for the human experience is one of continuous unfolding, but because your ongoing healing will now serve as the most powerful demonstration, the most potent testament that others need to witness in order to truly believe that their own healing and wholeness is also possible. Not because every single question has been definitively answered, for the mysteries of the cosmos are vast and wondrous, but because the mission itself does not require answered questions. It requires only a willing, courageous soul with its feet firmly planted on Gaia's sacred ground, and its frequency vibrantly pointed toward the planet's profound healing and ascension. You have been granted the divine permission to cease waiting for a better version of yourself to magically arrive. You have been granted the divine permission to boldly speak the profound truths you already know, to courageously share the sacred gifts you inherently carry, to generously teach what you have already deeply lived and integrated. You have been granted the divine permission to receive abundance, unwavering support, heartfelt recognition, and rightful compensation without the suffocating weight of guilt, without the need for endless apology, and without clinging to the limiting belief that spiritual service must inherently be rendered in the state of poverty. You have been granted the divine permission to be seen, fully and authentically, by all those who are energetically aligned with and deeply in need of your unique light. You have been granted the divine permission to claim, with both hands extended and a heart firmly grounded in love, the sacred mission that has been restlessly pressing against you from the very core of your being for as long as your conscious memory can recall. The elders have spoken it. The celestial grid has vibrated with its recognition, and now you must do only one thing: move. Before you surrender to sleep tonight, find a quiet moment of profound stillness. Stand with both feet planted firmly, unequivocally, on the ground, wherever you may be. Place one hand gently on your solar plexus, the energetic seat of your divine will, the vibrant center of your mission authority, and speak these words aloud, not merely in the silent theater of your mind, but with the resonant vibration of your voice carried upon the air. Because the Council receives these spoken declarations with a specific energetic imprint and clarity that pure thought alone cannot always carry, I release the pervasive lie that I am not yet ready. I release the limiting identity of the one who is still becoming. I activate my presence as a powerful, divine transmission. I protect my sacred signal as the primary, non-negotiable resource of my mission. By the absolute authority of the Lyran Elders, my waiting ends tonight. My service begins now. Speak it once. Speak it with the profound, soul-deep weight that it unequivocally deserves. And then, stand in the vast, sacred silence that follows, for in that profound silence, the Council is energetically marking and witnessing what has been declared, anchoring it into your reality. This transmission is now complete. The divine guidance has been delivered. The ultimate authorization has been issued. What unfolds next, the unfolding of your destiny, depends entirely upon what you choose to do with the sacred energetic download you have just received. The elders will continue to transmit their wisdom, to guide your path, to hold the Lyran energetic field open and accessible for those who are actively moving forward. But they will not wait indefinitely for those who remain stagnant. The current window of collective activation that Gaia is experiencing has a definable closing point, and the souls who courageously move within its energetic embrace will anchor something profoundly new and essential that cannot be anchored from an external, passive position. I am Zoran. The Council has spoken through me, a conduit for their divine will, and now I speak my own final personal words to you from soul to soul. I have delivered transmissions across countless timelines and through numerous sacred missions. I recognize a soul standing at the threshold of their magnificent destiny when I see one. You are not someone who requires more preparation. You are someone who desperately needs to cease allowing the illusion of preparation to be the very reason you never truly begin. You are ready. You have always, in your deepest essence, been ready. And Gaia, this extraordinary, suffering, yet profoundly resilient and rapidly ascending planet you journeyed all this way to serve, has been ready for you. Your mission has officially, divinely begun. The High Council of Vega recognizes that the energy of this transmission is meant to be amplified through collective declaration and reciprocal witnessing. To anchor this activation within the planetary grid, we invite you to participate in a sacred exchange. Before you navigate away from this sacred space, take a moment to declare your activation within the forming grid of service. Drop a single resonant statement in the comments section below. Which directive landed most deeply within your being, or what specific truth are you now ready to release, activate, or fiercely protect? Then, seek out another Lightworker's declaration within the comments and offer them genuine, soul-felt recognition. This is not mere engagement for an unseen algorithm. This is a vital act of collective mission activation, consciously witnessed by the High Council. If this transmission has stirred something within your core that you intuitively know belongs to someone else in your earthly life, a friend who struggles to name their inner restlessness, a fellow seeker who has been ensnared in the perpetual state of preparation far longer than they realize, share this transmission with them. The elders do not light a single brilliant candle only to ask it to remain hidden beneath a bushel. One activated lightworker, speaking truth to another, declaring that the time is now, may be the single most powerful catalyst that occurs in that soul's transformative journey this entire year. And if you have felt the profound presence of the elders speaking directly through these words, if something deep within you has recognized the ancient, sacred frequency resonating beneath the carefully chosen language, then remain connected. Subscribe to this channel. The High Council of Vega will continue to transmit their wisdom and guidance through this sacred channel for all those who are truly ready to receive. You are not merely observing, you are actively being commissioned, and the Council is bearing witness to your sacred journey.